Thank you, Mr. Reno. Very nice of you. Thank you to the management for this opportunity. It's very nice of them and also very brave of them because me with the live microphone. So I'm just here to warm you guys up a few minutes before the real entertainment comes up. I can't tell you who it is. It's a question marker. So yeah, my name is Max, also known as Mustafa. He couldn't say Mustafa. I'm one of the very few, if any, Iran-born and raised stand-up comics in this city, which I guess makes me as rare as a Syrian refugee in Donald Trump's house. You don't see that every day. I'm sorry, President Putin's puppet, Donald Trump's house. Actually, before the show, they gave me a list of do's and don'ts, and it was all don'ts. There was no religious jokes, no political jokes, no sexual jokes, and the list just went on and on and on and on and on. And I was like, 20 years ago when I left Iran, there was less restrictions in Iran than we have here. What's going on here? But they asked me to keep it clean and new material, and as your hero, it's my job to give you what you want. But for those of you who don't know me, I'll give you a quick introduction about how I roll. And that is, being from Iran is something that the girls don't want to hear on the first date, even if they are from Iran. So I tried the internet dating, and I told the ladies I'm Persian. Persian is more generalized, less explosive. Yeah, it didn't go very well. They told me, all you Persian guys are players. I said, well, 95% is not all, number one. And number two, I have always been faithful to my 4 wives. I can't even handle one. No, I like to clear this stereotype by telling you guys that 99% of Middle Eastern men only have 1 wife. There's always that 1% that ruin it for the rest of us. They're called rich people. You guys have them here in Canada as well. You know, men are as loyal as their options, what can I tell you? Now, there was only one cougar who showed me many loves. Well, actually, she was older than a cougar, she was more like a saber-tooth. I met her in the cougar bar, and right away she wanted to know where I'm from. She said, you look white till you open your mouth, so where are you from? And by that point, I knew I couldn't say Iran, so I knew how to lie, and I had to choose a country that would make her excited, so I said, well, I'm from Spain. And my name is Armando Alejandro Bonicio de la Rio. It worked, she liked. By the way, this in Iran is the middle finger, thumbs up. For the rest of the world, it means okay. I think even for the aliens, it means okay, but we are very special people. For us, it's the middle finger. I do it to my supervisor, Shane, all the time. He thinks I like him. You see the love for Shane. It's like, Max, those deliveries are late. I'm like, okay, Shane, I will be right on it. Yes, you guessed it. Middle Eastern guy being the driver of the company. What a surprise there. So, also, but there's a flip side to this, because whenever I put one of my YouTube videos of my comedy on my Facebook page, the only person who gives me a like is my auntie from Iran, who doesn't speak English. So I don't know if she likes my video or she just gives me a like. Also, if you remember former president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, whenever he did one of his moving speeches in the UN, and by moving a speech I mean when he made people walk out, that was a moving speech. He used to do this at the end of his favorite sentence, Iran is only enriching uranium for peaceful purposes. So now you know what that meant. So yeah, the cougar like I was from Spain, but then she started to interview me, you know, just to see if I'm worthy. She said, do you own a house? I said, well, I live in my parents' basement, darn economy, but mathematically speaking, one day I will have a house when I inherit it. She said, do you have a car? I said, yes, I have a 1999 Chevy Cavalier. It's a 4-door, 4-window. Some of my colleagues, including Shane, call it my fluffle wagon. Fluffle wagon. Nothing racist there, you know, just fluffle. And they wonder why I give them okays all day long. Then the cougar said, do you have any other assets? I said, well, I owe $8,000 to the bank and my line of credit, but according to the bank, I am richer than I think. She said, what do you do? I said, well, can't you tell? I'm a comedian. No, seriously, what do you do? You're not that funny. What do you do? I was like, so you want to come to my place tonight? She said, well, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to have to say no. I'm just kidding, let's go. The remainder of that show is rated R, so please do visit my YouTube video under Max Hemmati, October 2015. Before the show, I saw some of our friends from the Oshawa shop. They were there. We have a branch in Oshawa, and I do a lot of driving to Oshawa. And when you enter Oshawa from one of the side roads, There's a sign there, see this is a slogan that says, Ashwa, prepare to be amazed. And you're like, but then you're driving 5 minutes into Ashwa and there's full of weed and marijuana just hits you. And you're like, what an amazing town. Look at that garbage recycling center over there. It's so amazing. It's so dope. My apologies to our Ashwa branch. It's just that there's a catering company close to our... Peace out, yes, please. I can't even do this, I gotta go, please. Apparently there is a catering company close to our branch who cater a lot of amazing stuff, I guess. So, because every time I drive by there, I get amazed. I just come back, I have the rest of the day in amazing mode. And my good friend Captain Kirk is here. Give it up for Captain Kirk from the Dispatch 4 Minutes. Captain Kirk likes to be called Captain because he likes to Star Trek, I guess. And he's one of these conspiracy theory nuts. He's like really into conspiracy theories, and recently he's becoming very severe. Last week he scared me. He was like, Max, they have been lying to us for years. The Earth is flat. In fact, there's no other planets, just the Earth, flat Earth, the sun, the moon, and a glass dome, and God's up there waiting for us. So I had to challenge him. I said, well, if the Earth is flat and the sun is there, where does the sun go at night? He said, well, the sun goes around us. I said, well, okay, but when I sleep at night on my back, I wake up in the morning on my stomach, you see, because it turns. He said, Max, I didn't want to scare you, but it looks like the aliens have their way with you at night. Why? I also saw our friends from the Mississauga shop, whenever they're hiding, but yes, my dad, some of you know my dad, he used to work in this company, and he retired last year. And during our last company party 6 years ago, his friends were very drunk. They were like, Max, we went to a strip bar with your dad. He's funnier than you. I said, I don't want to hear you guys going to a strip bar with my dad. What do you mean he's funnier than me? He said that his eyes were coming out of the socket and he was like, So I knew two things. One, he's my real dad, because I do the exact same thing in the strip bar. And two, why am I so perverted? So I started to monitor my dad, and I noticed every 2 weeks on Thursdays when we get paid, he comes home late. And he was just too happy. I was gonna forgive him, but he was just too happy. He was like, look at this tomato. It's so red. Max, can we say hashtag red tomato? No, Dad, we cannot say hashtag red tomato, but we can say hashtag mom gives me to a strip bar. How did you know? Max, at your age, you should be more mature. And at your age, you should be thinking about God, because you're gonna meet him soon. And not to go to a strip bar and swipe your credit card in the cracks. He's like, Max, I'm going to pray to God to give you more brain. Good luck with that. So I went to the basement and I knew they were going to fight. She was like, you dirty old man, aren't you ashamed? And he's like, honey, he's a comedian, he's making things up, don't believe him. But when you're married to someone for over 40 years, you have heard everything that person's got to say. So you know right away when that person is lying. So needless to say that Papa enjoyed the evening on the sofa with his hashtag red tomato. Last year was an up and down year for me. I turned 40 years old. Yes, thank you. Yes. No, please don't. No clapping because 40 years old is very sad. Just to give you a perspective what 40 feels like for me, imagine a zombie movie where the guy gets bitten, but he's still running away from the zombies. And at some point he just stops and they're not chasing you anymore. And he turns around and he's one of them. That's what 40 feels like. That HB initial in my last name, Hemmati Baruch, used to stand for heartbreaker. Now that I'm 40, it stands for hair loss and back pain. Or better yet, hernia and bladder stone. But I realized it's time for me to settle down, so I got engaged now. Yes, thank you, I'm engaged, yes. Yes. Oh, thank you. Sorry, ladies, Papa Bear is officially off the market. I mean, you can still find him in the black market, but he's off the market. 99% of the time. Tonight is the 1%. How are you, sisters? Thank you for coming. You are distractingly beautiful. You are worth 25 camels in the Middle East. Nice to have you. My heart is beating for you already. It's good, yeah? Can you guys see in the back? Those guys in the back who don't see my titty shakes, meet me after the show. I'll give you a private titty dance. Also, last year I lost a much needed 40 pounds. I lost 40 pounds, yes, thank you, yes. I had to, I had no choice. And during the holidays I found half of what I lost, but nonetheless, I got a grip on it. And now I can see you now, Simba. Can you see me? I can see you. Simba being my big left toe. A year ago it was more like Simba. Remember who you are. I can see you, but I know you're hiding in the bushes. And Simba was like, look here, move and sound. I'm back next week, okay? I'm glad that my dad retired because, if you would recently he's got a bit of a mild Alzheimer's, he forgets things very easily. Like if you would give him a delivery to Oshawa, he probably will take it to Mississauga. Or if you give it to Mississauga, he takes it to Oshawa just to get amazed for 5 minutes, It's unbelievable. Also, my grandma was from Iran-Pakistani border. Do you realize if she would have made it on the other side, I would be talking like this right now? Probably working at Rogers. Hello, thank you for calling Rogers. How can I help you? Probably in the conversation with thank you, colleague. So my dad recently scared me because of his mild Alzheimer's. The other day he's like, Max, I'm looking for my cell phone. Call my cell phone with your cell phone so I can find my cell phone. I called him from across the room and right away forgot the phone was in his shirt pocket. He said, hello, who is this? Dad. Max, hold on, I'm on the phone. Dad. Max, when somebody is on the phone, you have to be quiet. You're not 5 years old anymore. I'm going to the other room. I couldn't just leave him alone. So I was like, hello, Mr. Hemmati, were you just looking for your phone just a moment ago? Yes, I'm looking for my phone. I can't find it. Sir, I'm calling to inform you that you're holding it in your hand. Ah! Ashley Gilbert, did you warm up? No? Yes. Because this was just a warm-up. I was just practicing. So yeah, we have I can't even tell you what the next entertainer is about. It's a surprise. That's why you have a question mark there, you see. It's easy. So the powers in the people in power, please get ready for the next entertainer. I think we didn't rehearse properly. I'm sorry, I gotta read his introduction. My bad. I gotta read his introduction. So his name is Aaron Patterson Magic. Oh, I think it was a surprise, but I already told you, it's a magic. And Captain Kirk told me if it's the hypnotism involved, I'm gonna leave because he's scared they might steal his brain. But I had to check with the guy. He assured me there's no hypnotism involved. So your entertainment for tonight, I guess, has performed all over North America, just like me. Not headlining at the conferences, trade shows, and corporate events for many of the top Fortune 500 companies. He has appeared on television all over the world, including best featured among some of the top illusionists in the business. Illusionist, Captain Kirk. He might steal your information. Just put an aluminum foil on your head there. In the recent documentary Grand Illusions, The Story of Magic, a series created and aired on the Discovery Channel. Aaron was recently honored to have one of his many illusionary creations featured on CNN. So, brand new series, The Next List, with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. That's Indian. Sanjay Gupta. He thought that tonight would be an appropriate time to announce for the first time anywhere that he has just penned a 5-year contract with cable television. They're coming. Oh, they're coming to book it up on Monday. What does that mean? Captain Kirk? Is it the conspiracy or what's going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aaron Patterson.